Ready for action. Let's move. Aerial attack.
Aerial attack. How's it? English. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Yeah, definitely gotta go quick. It's Friday. It's like a chore day. Sun's coming up earlier and it's throwing me off. You see my little channel here. If I go make sunrise, I have to catch the sunrise. But it's summer, so it's days are longer. It's earlier and earlier. It's like I turn around. It's like oh. So instead of chasing the sunrise so much, I'm just gonna be, hey, I wake up here, whatever's in the sky. But the pre-dawn is the best. And my lighting here, it's already, I don't get my little black light special effect. It shows up on the stuff, some stuff. Oh, jeez, what are you doing? Okay, and turn on the fan. Yeah, that's right. Turn it on.
Kill. Signify. Depressed. Stick. Habit. Fact. Task. Figure.
Alright. I think they're talking about the border. So they're trying to figure out the border stuff. So they're trying to figure, maybe we can make a patch that keep it in place for another 2 years. They're just winging it. And I don't get it. But one thing is for sure is the border thing has been on the table for like a long time because the two parties can't get together to try to work on it. So it's been a mess. Mexico, you hear these ladies going, I'm poor. They're poverty because they can't get food. There's no food here, there's food there kind of thing with their kids. So the poverty for the masses is on the push upward probably because of the corruption. The cartels are probably in with the police and the government, so they got like a centralization of corruptness. and they're just like, I gotta get out of here. But in America, and I've seen it being in Texas for a number of years, they want, cheap labor. That's what it is. Comes down to cheap labor, economy, cheap labor. Hey, go landscape the yard, or go do this. You can just pull up to this bench, like a picnic table, and there's a bunch of Mexicans. I hire you $20, hard labor, $20 all day, $20, and they're like, yeah, it's cheap labor. Build a rock wall, okay, how much a day, And they're gonna blame it on the Biden administration because everything is going to turn, all these problems which might be able to be solved are kept problems so they can be the fault of the other party. So that's what we're seeing. Even in the debt ceiling, that's what we're seeing. They're going to say they create it so they can blame it, and that's just, but hey, I got stuff to do. Meanwhile, yay! Let's say something about the economy in Hawaii. The UH is making plans about studying stuff. Let's go find out. Yeah, here we go. Hey. Ding! Okay. The Al economy still okay despite weaknesses. Despite the weaknesses means that this, the UH has UH economic forecast kind of thing. So they're researching organization. So they're going, hey, there's a small decline in visitor spending. There's a higher unemployment and this and that. But there's positive stuff that's, construction and the tourism's going up and stuff like this. So we might be able to avoid recession in 2024. So I don't know. Are you sure? I mean, the economy is such a thing to try to predict. It's like weather because it involves people. All right, scramblings to fill job openings because it's summer fun. Who wants to babysit their kids? Oh, summer fun. Yeah, that's what it's about, babysitting. Okay, sorry to run, but it's time to go check out what's going on. State leaders mark the end of COVID-19 emergency. Yes. It's all over with. Take off your mask. You can all do what you want to now. You don't have to be. It's good for us politicians. Meanwhile, it's still out there. So do what you want. It's the Omicron. It's not as bad as whatnot. And back home, it's the champs, the U.S. volleyball. Hey, yeah. Look, they're back, and look what they get. They get to look at the Honolulu Holly downtown by the Capitol. It's the house of the governor kind of thing, but they get to meet the mayor, and they get this little thing. Hey, we love you, champs. The coach gets to talk. They get the folding chairs, and yeah, okay. And it looks like water polo. Oh, but hey, one thing I gotta say, oh look, he's hitting this little button up here. That's kind of interesting. They got this placement. And I kind of acknowledge the layout artist here for today. But volleyball is up and up. Everyone's like, I mean, there's volleyball in the park a lot more and stuff like this. But, oh, you know, so much stuff. I got, just relax. Gotta relax. Remember? Hey, where am I? Relax, that's fine. Look, go swim in the pool. So that, remember back in the day in 1969, when they wanted to relax, you just go to the Wax Museum to see Dukanimoku. Yay! Oh my gosh, 69. This is Dukanimoku, the only contemporary figure in Hawaiian wax. It is the Wax Museum. Seems real enough to shake hands with. Too bad they don't have him doing the shaka, right? The shaka wax figure. And of course, he hung around with pieces of coral and a bowling ball and whatever the heck is that. There's an old wooden board. All right, you know what? It's time. It's time. Time to look at a little political opinion from local political opinions. But first, oh, the political cartoon. Oh, look, it's Santos. Oh, you got arrested, yeah? All kinds of financial bad for you. Each of those charges, max 20 years. He's going, I'm going to beat it in court. Yeah, goodbye. He's going to try to lie. And this guy is like Pinocchio tree with his nose. And up here, McCarthy.
If I make him resign, what happens to my house?
Yeah, that's what you get for basing stuff on lies. So one political thing. Video games, movies glorify gun violence. I hear a good argument for and against the ownership of firearms regarding protection, gun violence, and the surge of violent crimes. Many blame gun laws, firearm manufacturers, drug use, and equity of violence. And equity. So everyone's not making the same amount of money. Equity for violence. But hardly any discussion or responsibilities put on the violence portrayed in movies or video games in which susceptible young minds are being influenced on a daily basis. Action movies frequently glorify characters who kill without consequences or remorse. I remember hearing a prediction that my generation was destined to manifest violent behavior from watching Tom and Jerry, Elmer Fudd, and Bugs Bunny cartoons, which don't even come close to anything young people are entertaining nowadays. Guy Morgan talking in tutu points, Moana Lua. Yeah, well, you know, Tom and Jerry, that's some pretty violent stuff. My dad didn't like what is it? The Three Stooges. I thought it was funny. I'm not inclined to slap people or poke them in the eye because of that, nor from the cartoons. And being, you know, once a teacher, always a teacher. No. you know, I did the whole education world thing. You know, I certified teacher in 4 states, and they found out that video games and violent, you know, content like movies isn't the culprit that produces violent people with if you put guns in their hands, because that's the whole thing. Guns are available. It makes it look like everyone approves of guns and owning and having of guns. So it's the amount of guns on the streets and the AK-40, AR-17. Who the hell gets like that kind of gunnage? What, you know? It's not, you know. Oh, I saw the John Wick movie. I'm gonna go postal. Nah, they found that out. Anyways, have a good Friday. It's not Aloha Friday because first Friday the sunrise. Yeah, that's right. Yes, fish sunrise. Fish aloha.
Sunrise, yeah, that's right.
And all
Yes,
this
fish
fun
sunrise.
stuff for you. And
Fish
ooh,
aloha.
see the neighbor islands.
All this fun stuff for you.
Oh,
And ooh,
fresh
see the
snow.
neighbor islands. No, and
Fresh
ooh,
snow. That's what it is.
fresh something water. Fresh aloha. That's what it is. Fresh aloha.
Fresh something or other.
Fresh aloha.
Fresh aloha. That's what it is. Fresh aloha. To you. Fresh aloha. To you.